Hi guys, so I found these powerful and really simple indicator setups that will most definitely be useful to you if you are looking to make quick money scalping the boom and crash 1000 index markets. Emphasis on quick money. This strategy will be most useful to you if you don't have any price action skill at all. If you have little to no price action knowledge, then you can take advantage of this and make quick money out of the market. Emphasis on quick money, because if you want to do long term, you have to be able to do it without the charts, right? I mean, without the indicators. You have to be able to read the chart, interpret candlestick patterns, know market structure, and be able to make decisions without these indicators. All right. But if you don't have all of that skill, you just want quick money out of the market, of course, you can make quick money and pay for mentorship. My mentorship program commences in 2 weeks. So you want to be a part of that. You don't want to miss that. You learn how to do it without these indicators. Okay. So this strategy will most likely help you. We are going to go straight to it right now. I don't want to waste any time. So I'll show you guys the setup right now. So the first thing we need is the moving average on our main chart, right? We want to see a moving average of period 200, right? So this is the moving average, exponential moving average period 200, shift 0 method exponential, apply to close. Levels are not needed, so you skip. And then for your style, you can choose whatever color you want, but make sure it is visible on your chart. All right, and then click done when you're done with that. And the next one would be the relative strength index, period 14, apply to close. Levels are 10 and 90, right? We need levels 90 and levels 10. Let's change that to, of course, it's the same thing, 90 and 10. And then for my style here, I'm using black color. I want it to be visible on my chart, so you can use whatever color that will pop on your chart. Click done when you're done with that. And then when you come back here, you can choose whatever color here that you want, but make sure it is shown in your chart. Okay, so click done when you're done with that, and you have it. Okay, the next one would be the moving average. If you know me very well, if you've been following up, you know that I love moving average indicators very much. And we are using period of 10, shift 1 method exponential, apply to close. Levels are not needed, so you skip. Visualization, all time frames. For style, I'm using the blue color, so click done when you're done setting that up. And then we are going to be using another moving average, period of 5 this time, shift 1 method exponential, apply to close. Levels are not needed, so you skip. And then for style, I'm using red color. Use whatever color you want, but make sure it is visible on your chart. All right, if we go back to the relative strength index, the style here, you don't necessarily need to make it pop on your charts, so it won't be confusing. Click down when you're done with that, and you would have the moving average running across the indicator window, and then of course the two moving average running across your indicator window, and the first moving average on the main chart running across the main chart. Okay, that's it. So for this strategy to work perfectly for you, you want to first of all go to the higher time frame, the 1 hour time frame. You want to see that on this time frame, you want to see that consistently price has been running below the period 200 moving average on the main window, right? You want to see that consistently price has been running below this indicator, the moving average. And this has to happen in recent times, right? This has to happen in recent times. You can see that price consistently tries to break out and move above the moving average, but then it still finds a way down. The moving average still finds its way up above price level. All right, now these indicators are here to show you the direction of the market. All right, indicators, the moving average indicator shows you the trend of the market, the direction, right? It points out where the market is going to. If you could read market structure yourself, you probably have seen the new market movement without the indicator, or without waiting for the indicator to prompt or to alert you. Okay, reason why you need that is because the indicator sometimes lag. A lot of times it lags and goes in a later timing, right? That means price would have moved ahead and then the indicator is just coming below and might give you false information at that point. So you need to be able to understand market structure. This is the reason why you need to make quick money and join my mentorship program, where I break all of these things down for as much as possible, so that anybody who is coming to learn would be able to testify in less than 2 weeks. All right. So having seen that price is running below the moving average. Now this is for the boom 1000 index market. We are looking to sell the boom 1000 index market to scalp, right? If you want to catch a couple of candlesticks and leave the market, we are looking to scalp, looking to sell, right? For the crash index market, crash 1000 index market, or whatever other crash market you want to trade on. I like to trade the 1000, the boom and crash 1000 index markets a lot. I don't really look at those other ones, but you can as well try it. Make sure you back test and try and try and try. Make sure it works for you. Make sure you are comfortable before you even think of attempting it in your live account. So having seen that price has consistently been moving below the moving average, that's when you go to, of course, I like to also look at the candlestick, the last candlestick before my entry. All right, on this time frame, I want to see that the closing of this H1, this 1 hour candle time frame. I want to see that it closes bearish, right? I want to see that it gives me a bearish momentum. All right, another confirmation I like to look at is to see that it closes below the previous low, right? So if, let's say, for example, this is where my previous low is, right? I want to see that the current candlestick runs below it, right? Closes below it, and then I will be more convinced, right? Trading is more about, having more reasons to back up your bias, right? To back up your whatever decision you want to make, right? So if this closes below this low, it means that price is still pointing to the downside. Okay, at that point, I would be comfortable going to the 1 minute time frame. And what do I want to see on the 1 minute time frame? I want to see that in our indicator window, I want to see that this happens, right? I want to see that price, the moving average, the two moving averages here, I want to see that they cross the level 90 and then they come down, signaling a downward direction from that level 90. Okay, I want to see that they start signaling a downward direction from that level 90. And also, for me to have a good confirmation that this is going to fly, I want to also see that there is a spike into the moving average in the main window, right? I want to see that there's a spike into the moving average in the main window. I want to see price drop from there, right? If I see up to 2 or 3 candlesticks close bearish below that spike, right? Below the high of that spike, right? Then I'm good to go. At that point, I will take my chance. This is the high I'm talking about. So I will take my chance and catch a couple of candlesticks and leave the market. So if I had caught this trade right now, you can see how far down price had gone before the next spikes happened. The next spike happened. All right. So if you look at it, if you keep back testing, you'll see that whenever there is a crossing above the level 90 in our indicator window, right, and then you see a spike go into the moving average in the main chart, right? If you see a spike go, now look at this. Let me quickly show you guys this. You see, this spike went right above the moving average and closed above it. So this automatically invalidates my setup. All right. I want to see a spike that goes, especially, a spike that goes around the moving average, still closes, manages to close under the moving average, or at least around that level, right? Closes around that level. Might just probably fake out a bit, right? And then closes just around that zone. If that happens, then I want to see that it starts dropping again from there and it closes at least 2 or 3 candlesticks below the moving average. Then I will take my chance and sell. Okay, we are looking to sell. We are not looking to buy the boom 1000 index market. So if you are scalping the crash 1000 index market, we are looking to buy. So let's go to the crash 1000 index market and see. Okay, so this is a clear example. You can see that whenever price comes to, whenever the moving average comes to converge, or whenever it comes to, excuse me, all right, whenever it crosses below the period 10 of the, sorry, the level 10 of the RSI, and then crosses above it and starts pointing to the upside above it, then you see it usually goes up from there, right? It starts going up from there. Starts going up from there. But the other confirmation we need is to see that a spike happens, exactly something like this. We want to see that a spike comes into the moving average and then manages to close above the moving average. So you see that price eventually went up and closed above the moving average, right? And then that will be a better chance for me to buy, because by that time I'll not be afraid of spike anytime soon. You can see how far up it went before there was ever a spike, right? But first, those other confirmations, the higher time frame confirmation is very, very important. So you have to always have that higher time frame confirmation in mind. So for the crash market, we want to see that price consistently moves above the moving average this time around. We want to see that price consistently moves above the moving average, and we also want to see a bullish closing price of the current candlestick before we go to the lower time frame to look for opportunities. Okay, remember the boom 1000 index market, we're looking for the opposite of what we are looking for in crash 1000 index market. So make sure you backtest this. And if you have any challenges, my WhatsApp number will be in the description box of this video, so you can reach out and I'll be able to guide you. And also, want to be a part of the group, our team, you want to find the Telegram link in the description box of this video. Join our free Telegram course. We'll be dropping more stuff there that will benefit a lot of you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.